Hello, everyone. Welcome to another BBA podcast. We have from Naperville, Illinois, three teenagers. We have Taha Ezzy, who won G League MVP, 16 years old, his third tournament. Then we have Daniel Ganijee, who I found out that they're cousins. 17 years old, also from Naperville, Illinois. And do you guys go to the same high school
Yeah,
or?
we all go to the same high
We
school.
all go to the same high
Oh,
school.
same high
Okay.
school.
Yeah. And then last we have Shabbir, no, sorry, Murtaza Shabbir, from Naperville, Illinois, same high school and age 17. So I'm excited to talk to you guys. So first I want to thank Taha and his family for their sponsoring BBA, so you can kind of see Izzy and Associates. So tell me a little bit about Izzy and Associates and why you guys sponsor BBA.
Yeah, so basically the first year when my mom found out that I was like playing in BBA, she was like, interested and she like likes to root me on, so she just basically decided to sponsor it. They're basically an accountant like a accounting firm they run in Downers Grove, so
Okay.
yeah, it's
And
pretty.
how was your experience in the tournament?
It was really fun this year. I liked how like because I played in Northern Classic and like in Toronto at that time when we played, courts were like very small and everything, so I like how it made a like a different atmosphere for the tournament and yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys like Toronto?
I mean, that's hometown for me, so it's always nice playing there again. Actually the most recent BBA I grew up playing in that court. A lot of AAU tournaments there, so it was a nice little homecoming.
What about you?
I had a great experience in Toronto. It was great, but I think we should bring BBA back to the States. It's just hometown there. That's how I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're a little biased towards Chicago, so we're hoping to see a Chicago BBA soon
Keep it
again.
here.
Yeah. How did you guys prepare for the tournament? Do you guys go to the Chicago runs? What are those like?
Yeah, Chicago ones are like really, really intense over here, I feel like. Before BBA, like the last 3 weeks before BBA, like we would have like 20 to 30 people coming each Tuesday. So it was really packed and really competitive, so it helped us train for BBA.
Yeah. Also, with that comes playing with each other pretty regularly throughout the year. So by come BBA time, we all pretty much know each other's skill sets and how to play with each other. So, going from local runs to a competitive, you could say international tournament. That brings a lot of variability. So, it's always fun playing against different people. But in terms of just preparing, it's I feel like we rely a lot on the vets here. There's a pretty big split between, the vets in Chicago and the younger guys in Chicago. So it's always nice hearing that leadership.
Hmm.
Yeah, Hassan Uncle Zuffer keeps us on track during those runs. Doesn't let us goof around. So I feel like shout out to him. He got us ready a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've he does yell at us a lot, but it's definitely with good intention and
Yeah.
it's made me a lot better. So yeah, I couldn't thank
Mhm.
him enough.
Yeah, so me and Daniel actually played in together, and so I actually reached out to Jose Raja, and he recommended you, and that's why I picked you up. So he's definitely looking out for you guys. Um, so do you guys play high school ball, or are you guys on the team, or what's your
Yeah,
status on that?
yeah, you, sir.
All right. I actually didn't play high school ball at all. I played mostly AAU at M14. It's like a little team we have over here, but nah, no high school ball.
Yeah, for me, I played my freshman and sophomore years, and then after that, school kind of got hectic. And but beyond that, yeah, my first 2 years I played.
Yeah, I played AU ball since like the fifth grade, and I'm currently playing varsity basketball for Naperville Central, our high school. So yeah, played sophomore and junior years.
And it's a pretty big public school as well. So, kudos to Mirza.
Yeah.
It's a competitive tryout.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
So. Looking at your individual award, so Taha got G League MVP, and then Murtaza got Rising Star. So what are your thoughts on how you performed during the tournament? And was it a surprise getting the award or
Um, I think I played pretty well, but I low-key didn't think I was gonna get the award. I thought Daniel Ganijee, shout out to him. He was on the Nets, I think. I thought he had it, but I was a little surprised when they called my name up, but I'm not arguing, so yeah.
and
Yeah, so going into the tournament, I did not feel prepared at all. The teams on paper, like especially Mustafa Karimi's team, that team looks scary, and we were like, man, how are we going to defend these guys? And going in the first game against Qasim, that kind of like ramped up me and Melam Manjar's confidence, and I feel like that just like me and Melam and the rest of the team, Adam, Hamza especially, all of us just winning all the way. It kind of got us to where, and I just did my part, and that kind of got me the award. I feel like.
Mhm. So do you know how much you went for the draft? Because I know pre-draft you were a lot of people were trying to get you on their team.
Yeah, so pre-draft, Zakir, he probably mentioned it to you. He tried to text me and he tried to pick me up for the pre-draft, but also Melam, I think, took me. So that kind of canceled each other out. And then come draft night, me and Daniel are on call, and it's like the third round, and we were like, "Oh man, are we about to play G League?" And we're like, "We're not gonna get drafted." Then Daniel goes to Fatak, what do you call it? Announces his name. He goes to Kitab and Hassan Ali, and then I go to Melam because I already knew Melam and Jar was gonna pick me up. We wanted to play with each other since like the runs in Chicago, so yeah.
Hmm. And then Taha, what about your thoughts on being a captain this year, and how did you run your team, and how did you feel your team went through the tournament?
Yeah, so basically while I was drafting, like when I realized I was captain, I was drafting. My goal, like in that draft, I was with Daniel at the time too. I wanted like a lot of like small, quick, and like just athletic players who can just outpace like the other teams. So I spent most of my money on guards, and then the rest I had on big men. And shout out to the three big men. My dad is one of them. Hussein,
Cool.
yeah. Um, and Burhan Hussein uncle, and then also this. It's my bad. It's my uncle. But yeah, shout out to those three. But during the tournament, for the first day, we actually went like 0 and 5, I think. I think we went 0 and 5 or like 1 and 4 that first day because I just like totally left my game plan. I don't know why. Like I would have three bigs and then two guards out there. And my plan was just play ball. Like I didn't really have like a scheduled plan. But then second day, I like decided I should try to switch it up a bit. So I ran like a five guard press and we would just play from full court up. And I think that really like gave us the momentum we needed. And from there we won out that second day. So
Hmm.
that was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I didn't even realize that. Um, that's pretty cool. And then, so I'm guessing based on this, you're hoping to jump into the main league.
I hope. Feel like I got a little
Yeah,
robbed last year because
yeah. I
yeah.
And
definitely feel like you're ready because you put up a decent amount of points and
Thank
Also,
you.
also the year prior to that, Chicago was pretty taken aback that he didn't get that G League MVP the year.
yeah, man, you got robbed for that, man.
Robbery.
do you remember who won it last year?
I think Hamza Izzy.
Hamza Ezzy.
Oh,
Shout out to
okay,
him though.
yeah,
He played really well. Can't even
Yeah,
lie.
Yeah, he
yeah,
he
did.
for sure. I think he made the jump to main league, right?
And he was
yeah.
balling.
He did, yeah,
Yeah, he played for
yeah.
Fatah, I think. Yeah, he was really good.
Hmm. Cool. So I mean, you're all three from Chicago and Malam's also from Chicago and Chicago historically has hosted the tournament, produced some of the best players. So how do you feel the Chicago players are doing and for the future?
Mhm.
You can toot
Yeah,
your own horn too.
I
Eh,
think I think we have a big like younger community. There's some kids that are even in like the seventh and eighth grade. Like when I started my first BBA tournament, like they're around like 13. And they're playing a like competitive AAU and stuff. So I think, the future is pretty bright. We have a lot of kids that like to play. And, like with that, there's a big vet population that, still likes to play. Um, Huzafa Raja, Hassan Bai Zafar, Amir Bayoukani. There's like a lot of guys that, still like to come and show us how to play ball once in a while, but there's a lot of leadership there as well. So I think, it's great. We just got to keep doing what we're doing.
Hmm.
And I think the veterans like Josefa Raja, Amir Kani, them like inviting us into coming into runs like me. It started with like maybe Mustansir and Daniel. Then I came in, then Taha, and then a bunch of our friends came in. We all started playing, and it's just the atmosphere that like all those veterans created for us. I feel like that'll like keep producing stars from us. Like Daniel, fourth round pick consecutively. Mustansir, second round pick. He was a diamond player this year. He came up huge for his team, taking his team to the semifinals basically. Then we have Mustafa Musa Boy, Hamza Zohair, like all those guys that are come from college that weren't usually like playing because they were like, oh, BBA is a small thing. Now that like all the veterans have like brought them in, brought all of us in, we've kind of like learned to play together, and we're really excited about playing BBA now.
Hmm. So other than Daha, any potential sleepers from those young kids or potential people who to make a big splash next year? Who do you
I
think's gonna make the
honestly,
biggest jump?
I can see Adam Zafar taking a big.
Definitely, man. Yes.
It's like, his dad obviously big shoes to fill, but he fills them pretty well. He's a very consistent shooter, and when his confidence is high, I've seen him finish over like really big guys. So,
Hmm.
I think he's definitely someone to look out for, someone that, he can really complete your team. Milam Tapala as well. He also plays school basketball. And I think when the ball is in his hands and he's driving, has a drive first mentality, great things happen for your team. So, just to name a few.
Hmm. And then how are you guys aiming to improve next year? Anything that you guys particularly want to work on?
I'll start. Yeah. I was disappointed in my 3-point shooting in the tournament. Like I feel like I could have had a lot better percentage and like I could have taken some better shots. I did take some stupid shots, but also my finishing. I came into the tournament and I was thinking like I just want to go to the hoop, like drive to the hoop every single play. But like I just never did and I beat myself down for that. But yeah.
Coming back to your question about the sleepers, not a sleeper from Chicago, but a guy who really helped Taha bring that G League trophy home, Hayder Bandouk from
Yeah,
Canada.
shout out to them. Yeah.
Man,
Huge
he's a
help.
baller. He shouldn't have been in the what
Hmm.
do you call it, G League anyways. He should have been a guard starting for a BBA team.
Really
So
quick.
look out for him, Hayder Bandouk. He can shoot,
Hmm.
he can finish, he can do most things. Yeah.
And thoughts on for your individual improvement? What are you working on these days?
I mean, I'm constantly practicing because with varsity basketball, so just getting better, just trying to get play time, looking to get better with the team, and hopefully
Hmm.
that'll correlate into BBA.
Hmm. What about you, Daniel?
Yeah, no, I think it's a lot of reflection of, what went right at the tournament and what went wrong. Personally, those FIBA 3-point lines were something else. I think, throughout the last like 4 tournaments I've played, I was always a 3-point first player. Consistently I shoot more threes than I do like middies or drives to the rim. But um this because of how far it was and how unprepared I was for that, um I had to adjust on the spot, right? And a lot with, much credit to Tahir Hassanli's leadership as well. I had to find different ways to score. So this tournament I relied heavily on the mid range and driving to the basket. So I think, I need to bring that adaptable mindset because BBA always doesn't really end up how we imagine ourselves playing. So it's about who can adjust the best. And additionally, I think just extending my range as well, that will help avoid that problem in the future.
Hmm. And I guess last question that I want to leave with is who do you want to play with next year? Do you have any players in mind? Um, Anyone want to make a jump to captain or?
Yeah, honestly, I want to run it back. Shabbir Kitab, he's my cousin as well, so I just figured that out. Yeah,
Mhm.
so he's a really good friend of mine, and you know, I have a really big intent with playing on with him again, as well as Tyre Husney, me and McDod. McDod took a gamble on me, and he never stopped losing faith in me and put the ball in my hands, and I want to play with those kind of players that have that trust in me.
Yeah, for me, like, I feel like I would love to play with like Hussein Uncle Cutlery. I feel like, his way of like getting dudes off you from the corner and then you just open for the three is just really well.
I'm
And
kind of crazy.
yeah, but also like I would love to play with these guys, like Mustafa Karimi, maybe he can be a captain next year, or like Shepard Kitab as well. So that'd be pretty fun.
And I keep telling my son to be a captain, he just doesn't listen. But like, I feel like if he drafts like an all Chicago team with like me, Taha, Daniel, I feel like we can run BBA. Like, I don't think anybody can stop us, to be honest.
Yeah. Even Zakir Zohair.
I mean, Zakir, Zohar, they kind of took
Yeah,
that
there's
trophy away
something
from
else.
me.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like all the Chicago guys on one team, we got more energy than Houston, all of them. So I feel like we could take it
Mhm.
all the way.
Yeah. Um, cool. Well, any final thoughts or I mean that's a pretty big, call out right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Um, Not really. Yeah. I think, overall, like, shout out to all the Toronto guys for, hosting such a like successful event, I'd say. And, it was great to see the community come out, and logistics like that aren't easy to plan. So, big shout out to them. It was a really fun event.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for hopping on this pod. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys at the next tournament. And Chicago, Houston, watch out. Chicago's coming for you.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Thank you for having us.